mu Parliament. Tuli mu Parliament olunaku olwaleero omukulu Honorable Ssenyonyi kimuleetera n'okusituka mu katebe kata alumbe Speaker wa Parliament Amukwatte Amatayi olw'ebigenda mu maaso mu ggwanga ng'ate Speaker eby'amagezi munnange tayagala babyogereko era eby'amagezi abifufujjira okulaba nga tebyogerwako mu Parliament. Naye Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine yalonda Ssenyonyi kyamaanyi nnyo. Baganda bange, mikwano gyange, alazeeko Speaker nti asobola okuyimuka n'ajjaawo w'atudde n'amugamba by'alina omugamba era n'abiwulira nga bwe birina okutambula. Manyi Speaker ono naye nno yeefudde mugezi wa kuno, takyayagala muntu yenna kwogera by'amagezi wabula okuggyako eby'ekisirusiru. Wabula Honorable Ssenyonyi amulazeeko olunaku olwaleero. Abadde yeefula kagezi munnyo naye Ssenyonyi amulaze nti ate ye kagezi munnyo akyasinze. Era baganda bange, mikwano gyange, embeera bw'etyo bw'eri mu Parliament, buli kimu kigendera ddala mu maaso. Twongera obajjukiza n'okubategeeza Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine, His Excellency elected President of Uganda, ku lw'Abannayuganda n'eggwanga lyaffe lino tujja kubeera kyanjawulo era eggwanga lyaffe lijja kutambulira ddala bulungi. Ffe bwetuli nga Bannayuganda era bwetuli nga abantu bonna bwe babeerawo, naye tulina essuubi nti abantu baffe, mikwano gyaffe, baganda baffe, bataata, bamaama, abakola kyonna ekisobola okulaba nga Uganda eno ekyuka, Uganda eno ng'etambula, Uganda eno ng'ebeera ey'enjawulo. Bannange tubeebaza nnyo era ne tubagamba baganda baffe, mikwano gyaffe, temujjanga okwo. Bw'oba Speaker akola buli kimu ekisoboka otuvunvubika, otufuula nti nno tetulina kye tuli, naye twebaza nnyo omukulu Honorable Ssenyonyi akola buli kimu okulaga Speaker wa Parliament nti by'akola Bannayuganda si bye balinzi, Bannayuganda si bye batunuulidde. Tutunuulidde nnyo eggwanga lyaffe engeri gye linunuddwamu, oba tetutunuulidde Anita Amungi abbya atya eggwanga. Tweyanza nnyo Honorable Ssenyonyi njagala nkutwale mu Parliament olabe ate embeera nga bw'ebadde ng'omukulu Honorable Ssenyonyi agamba Speaker ebigambo. Oyo mulungi Leader of Opposition ebigambo abyogedde era Speaker abimugambye. Speaker kunaaba, manyi Speaker ono naye si mwangu, kunaaba kugaana kuba butawuliriza bwe kulema kutwala birowoozo bya Honorable Ssenyonyi, naye nga tugezezzaako ekisoboka kyonna okulaba nga tumusomesa buli kimu ekigenda mu maaso. Bangi baafuna ebifo wano mu Parliament naye nga tebaamala kusoma bigenda mu maaso n'ensi etambula etya. Wabula bwe yalaba mu opportunity ya munne mwe yafiira, ye n'afunamu okuyitawo n'alowooza nti Uganda egenda tambula etyo. Naye nga mukwano gwange, muganda wange, Parliament yo bwetyo bw'eri. Akutwale mu Parliament olabe Honorable Ssenyonyi ate ng'ebigambo abyogera ne Speaker n'agamba naye ono Leader of Opposition gwe bandeetera naye nalabika kizibu gye ndi, naye nga bw'obubaka Leader of Opposition waffe abadde amaze okuba nga abuyisaawo era tweyanzizza.
Planning. Section 57 is vesting of assets and liabilities. Section 58 is is continuation of the Bureau and employment of employees of the board. Yes.
Madam Chair, that's where my argument is. There will no longer be a board after this.
We are saying wherever there is a board, there will be a bureau. That's what even Loeb said in our drafting. Wherever there will be a board, it will be a bureau.
That's correct, but in the Principal Act, the bureau is a corporate entity also. So meaning that there was a bureau before existing as a distinct corporate entity with its own personality to employ and to disemploy. Now you are giving a second definition of a bureau now under the department, a bureau just like which is a department. Now you must distinguish those two because there will be employees of the bureau, the other bureau, which had the legal capacity. And now there is this bureau, which is just a department. So that's why I'm saying that in the drafting, this section should have also been amended. Either by repealing or inserting a new transitional clause that touches on 57, 58, and etc. Because right now the bureau owns properties. The former bureau, the one existence in law, it has its own, their properties invested in them. But now you are removing that corporate veil from them, that corporate personality. I hope you see what I'm trying to address.
Actually, 25 should have addressed 57 and 58, and then others. Clause 25. AG, can the draftsman clean up using 25?
Yes, Right Honorable. We can embed the concerns under clause 25. Chair, we will have a redraft of clause 25 to embed the concerns raised by Honorable Dur. Thank you.
So do we take the proposed amendment of 25, or we leave it to the drafts people to do the amendment?
Right Honorable Chair, the spirit and letter of all the concerns all provided for. I propose that we go with the amendment, then the draftsman or woman for that case will clean up the text.
Okay. I put a question at clause 25 be amended as proposed. Those in favor say under control and nay. The ayes have it.
Title.
I put a question that the title stands part of the bill. Those in favor say under control and nay. The ayes have it.
Motion for resumption of the House.
Minister.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do resume and the Committee of the whole House reports thereto.
I put a question that the House resumes and the Committee of the whole House reports there too. Those in favor say under control nay. The ayes have it.
Report of the Committee of the whole House.
Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the bill entitled the Non-Government Organizations Amendment Bill 2024 and passed it with amendments.
I put a question that the report.
Motion for adoption of the report of the Committee of the Whole House.
Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the report from the Committee of the Whole House be adopted.
I put a question that the report of the Committee of the Whole House be adopted by this House. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Bill's third reading, the Non-Governmental Organizations Amendment Bill 2024.
Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the bill entitled the Non-Government Organizations Bill, Amendment Bill 2024 be read the third time and do pass.
I put a question that the Non-Government Organizations Amendment Bill 2024 be read a third time and do pass. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act titled the Non-Governmental Organizations Amendment Act 2024.
Title settled and the bill passed. Congratulations. Honorable members, in the public gala this morning, we have pupils and teachers from Glory Moon Children's School from Kira Municipality, represented by Honorable Ssenyonyi Ibrahim Nganda and Honorable Nalui Mab Betty Ethel. You're most welcome. Please stand up. Thank you. You're very smart. Welcome.
Bill second reading, the National Library Amendment Bill 2024.
Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the National Library Amendment Bill 2024 be read the second time.
Seconded. Is the bill seconded? Seconded by the Government Chief Whip, by Chairman, Attorney General, by Prime Minister, by generals, by all the MPs. Could you speak to your bill before we hear from the chair?
Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable ministers, you'll forgive me when I don't mention your name, especially if you're an ex-official. Because I'll be asked why, how did you allow an ex-official to second? Please just bear with me. That's why you'll find I've jumped an ex-official and mentioned another. That is the reason, because you never know, somebody can drag us to court. Thank you. Speak to your bill, Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, the purpose of amending the National Library Act 2003, Act 2 of 2003, is to transfer the responsibility for the management of the National Library from the National Library Board to the Ministry responsible for education. This is because there was no policy guidance to the community libraries. They were all scattered. The functions being performed by the national libraries are closely related to the education and training other than cultural functions. The suitable home to provide policy, administration, and the coordination is definitely the Ministry responsible for education and sports under a Department of Libraries, E-Learning, and IT. I move right, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Chair, can you give us a summary?
Right, Honorable Speaker and honorable members, I hereby present a report on the Committee on Education and Sports on the National Library Amendment Bill 2024. Madam Speaker, allow me, before I proceed, to lay on the table a copy of the report and the minutes. I beg to lay. Madam Speaker and honorable members, as you already guided, you allow me not to consider the section on policy and principles, defects in the law, because these ones already mentioned in the other bill, they're similar information. Briefly, Madam Speaker, the objective of the bill is to give effect to the government policy for rationalization of government agencies and public expenditure adopted by Cabinet on 22nd of February 2021. And this one is already also being explained before. On the methodology, we held meetings with the Minister of Education, the National Library, reviewed the Constitutional Law of the Republic of Uganda 1995 as amended, the National Library Act, and the written memoranda from National Library. Madam Speaker and honorable members, Speaker, allow me to take you through the brief background, very brief. The National Library of Uganda, established by the National Library Act 2003, replaced the Public Libraries Board, established by Public Libraries Act 1964. The National Library of Uganda is responsible for standards, guidelines, and advocacy for libraries and distribution of over 30,000 books to over 50 public libraries and to community libraries across Uganda. And Madam Speaker, the other details are as indicated in the report which was uploaded. And the Minister has ably talked about the purpose of the bill. So you allow me to go to salient observations of the committee. The committee had an interaction with the director and other staff of the Secretariat of the National Library Board of Uganda and analyzed their written memoranda, in addition to interacting with the ministry. The National Library of Uganda welcomed the bill. However, they had concerns about repealing of Section 9 of the Principal Act and saving provisions that relate to staff and payment of terminal benefits. The National Library stated that the staff were worried about continuity of National Library operations when the bill comes into force. The committee analyzed the above observation, but specifically on B, we observed that the National Library of Uganda was established and was under the Committee of Social Services. According to Certificate of Financial Implication, the bill is envisaged to result in saving to government through a reduced wage bill and personnel-related costs amounting to Uganda shillings 1.282 billion in financial year 2024-2025 and 1.622 billion in financial year 2022-2026. The details are indicated in the table, Madam Speaker, on the next page. The committee further observed that the National Library of Uganda has been a subvention under the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development. The amendment proposes that the management of the bill of the National Library and their functions that were performed by it are transferred to the ministry responsible for education for better management. Madam Speaker and honorable members, we therefore recommend as a committee that the National Library of Uganda is mainstreamed into the Ministry of Education and Sports and that terminal benefits of the staff be expeditiously handled. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, the Committee on Education and Sports recommends that the bill as proposed be passed. I beg to report.
Thank you. It is basically transferring the functions from gender to to the Minister of Education, and it has no amendments. That is what the bill is seeking to do. In the public gallery this afternoon, we have students from Samson Memorial High School, Shebando. They are represented by Honorable Shamim Malende and Leader of Opposition, Honorable Joel Ssenyonyi. You're most welcome. Please stand up. Stand up. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Honorable members, you've had a bill, and it's a straightforward bill. Yes, Dennis.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I just needed a clarification on how much we are looking at in terms of the terminal benefits that the committee did not put out in the report. Because how much they are saving 2024, 2025?
They are not saving anything. They are transferring from one place. It's like you transferring from NOP to NRM.
It will be calculated in accordance with the terms of employment.
Right Honorable Speaker.
So honorable members, there is a cost. All these bills have a cost, especially in terms of payment of staff. And remember the issue of REA. Up to today, most of the REA staff have not been paid. All of them have costs. So the issue of the costs must be handled by the receiving ministry, and as a house that does appropriation, you must budget for it. I put a question that the National Library Bill 2024 be read for the second time. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
The National Library Amendment Bill 2024, Bills Committee stage. Clause 1.
I put a question that clause 1 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 2.
I put a question that clause 2 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say aye to the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 3.
I put a question that clause 3 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 4.
I put a question that clause 4 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 5.
I put a question that clause 5 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 6.
I put a question that clause 6 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say aye. The contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 7.
I put a question that clause 7 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 8.
I put a question that clause 8 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 9.
I put a question that clause 9 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 10.
I put a question that clause 10 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 11.
I put a question that clause 11 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 12.
I put a question that clause 12 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 13.
I put a question that clause 13 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 14.
I put a question that clause 14 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 15.
I put a question that clause 15 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 16.
I put a question that clause 16 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 17.
I put a question that clause 17 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 18.
I put a question that clause 18 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 19.
I put a question that clause 19 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 20.
I put a question that clause 20 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 21.
I put a question that clause 21 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 22.
I put a question that clause 22 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 23.
I put a question that clause 23 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 24.
I put a question that clause 24 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 25.
I put a question that clause 25 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 26.
I put a question that clause 26 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Title.
I put a question that the title stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Motion for resumption of the House.
Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House resume and the Committee of the whole House reports thereto.
I put a question that the House resumes and the Committee of the whole House reports thereto. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Report of the Committee of the whole House.
Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the whole House has considered the bill entitled the National Library Amendment Bill 2024 and passed it without amendments.
Motion for adoption of the report of the Committee of the whole House.
Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the report from the Committee of the whole House be adopted.
I put a question on the report of the Committee of the whole House be adopted by this House. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Bill's third reading. The National Library Amendment Bill 2024.
Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the bill entitled the National Library Amendment Bill 2024 be read for the third time and a do pass.
I put a question that the National Library Amendment Bill 2024 be read a third time and do pass. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
The National Library Amendment Act, a bill for an act titled the National Library Amendment Act 2024.
Title settled and the bill passed. Congratulations.
Bill second reading. The National Planning Authority Amendment Bill 2024.
Madam
Yes.
Speaker, the minister is going out on the procedure matter. I would wish him some, if with your powers, Madam Speaker, whether it will be procedure okay for the minister to make commitment as per the report that they will clear these people who are leaving the job. Can he put it on record? Because he knows I'm a minister as well. And I will come back here to ask the same thing. So it is in a good spirit because our bill has not had any issues. So could we make a commitment on the floor so that we don't go for further matters? General Katumba is laughing. That's not that I'm a minister. He knows he's aware of those with lead cars and pickups. Me, I'm one without none, with none. But the minister could make that.
Honorable, the shadow is asking. Kindly just give him comfort, assurance that those people will be catered for where need be.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank my shadow minister for following whatever has been taking place very keenly. And I want to assure him that now that it's a law, everything is going to be implemented as the law says. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Bill second reading, the National Planning Authority Amendment Bill 2024.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the National Planning Authority Amendment Bill 2024 be read for the second time. I beg to move.
Thank you. Seconded. Seconded by Loy, by Acrobat. By Tony, by Isingiro, Iganga, Dubai, Solomon. It's called Honorable Olobo Dubai. Aru, Patrick, Olanya Jr. by Sue, Honorable Susan Amero, and by Mamawi James. Thank you. Could you speak to your motion? The National Planning Authority Amendment Bill.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable. Right Honorable Speaker, the purpose of this amendment is to give the National Planning Authority additional functions which were performed by the dissolved National Population Council and National Physical Planning Board, thereby inter alia relieving the government of the financial drain on its resources and the burden of wasteful administration and expenditure, and of mainstreaming 3 agencies, yet one agency may ably perform all the functions.
Thank you. Chair, give us a report.
Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, the committee has considered and hereby reports on the National Planning Authority Amendment Bill 2024. Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, I hereby lay the minutes, the acts thereof, presentations and supporting documents in the regional reports. I hereby lay.
Please lay.
Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, the committee considered the bill and hereby reports On the 22nd sitting of the third session of the Parliament held on the 9th April 2024, the Honorable Minister Henry Musasizi, Finance, Planning and Economic Development, General Duty.
Embeera bwetyo bweri mu Parliament ndowooza omukulu Honorable Ssenyonyi mumuwulidde bulungi akunyiza Katumba Wamala n'aba Uganda Road Authority bonna ababadde abakunya ewatali kusosolamu. Baganda bange mikwano gyange embeera bwetyo bweri tweyanzizza nnyo tugumira obajjukiza n'okubategeeza Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobo Nzekere President of Uganda byonna bye yatugamba byonna bye twasuubira tutandise okuba nga tubiraba abantu batandise okweggyayo kkala zaabwe naye nga ye Honorable Ssenyonyi tumwebaza omulimu ogw'ettendo gwali mu kukola okulaba nga bonna abalowooza nti bategeera ate munnange abalagako.